Hello everybody, and welcome to the Derek Ruby Show Christmas Extravaganza. I am your host of previously mentioned Mr. Ruby. On December 17th, 1989, my mom told me to come in the living room because a new Christmas special was coming on. Little did I know that I would be watching the first episode of The Simpsons, the greatest animated sitcom of all time. I'm not just saying that because I happened to meet Nancy Cartwright on a snorkel boat in 1995 and she was the coolest lady ever. I'm saying it because it's a fact. So this is my review of The Simpsons roasting on an open fire. So the show starts off with Marge and Homer arriving at the elementary school for the Christmas pageant. We get to see Lisa's first appearance, but I can't help but think I hope to God she's wearing pants. Then Bart's class sings a Christmas song.
Oh, jingle bells, Batman smells, Robin laid an egg. The Batmobile broke its wheel, the Joker got a...
This is a definite indication of how Bart's going to be throughout the entire series. Marge is writing a Christmas letter to her friends and family, and she has nice things to say about everybody.
And Bart, well, we love Bart.
Then Bart and Lisa present their Christmas letters to Santa, and Lisa just wants a pony, and Bart wants...
a tattoo?
A what?
Yeah, they're cool and they last the rest of your life.
You will not be getting a tattoo for Christmas.
Yeah, if you want one, you'll have to pay for it out of your own allowance.
All right.
Homer.
Then we see Homer set up the Christmas lights. And once he turns them on, then we get to see Flanders set up his. So this is the earliest seeds of how Homer's and Flanders' relationship is going to be throughout the entire show. So the family gets ready to go Christmas shopping, and after Homer turns around, Marge pulls out where she's been hiding the Christmas money, and she and the kids head off to the mall. Bart walks up to a tattoo shop and he sees a mother tattoo, and he thinks this would be a great gift for his mom. So he walks into the shop and asks for the tattoo, and this is what the shop owner replies.
Wait a minute. How old are you?
21, sir.
Get in a chair.
Homer is at work and he's doing his job safely, and an announcement comes on by Mr. Burns.
Hello. I'm proud to announce that we've been able to increase safety here at the plant without increasing the cost to the consumer or affecting management pay raises. However, for you semi-skilled workers, there will be no Christmas bonuses. Oh, and one more thing. Merry Christmas!
You may notice that Mr. Burns' voice sounds different. That's because he was voiced by Chris Latta, also known as Christopher Collins, who's best well known for voicing the characters Starscream and Cobra Commander. Marge walks into the tattoo parlor to find Bart getting the tattoo, and she's very angry, and she takes him next door to have the tattoo removed. Unfortunately, this takes all the Christmas money. Once Homer finds out about the situation, he's very upset and he freaks out.
It's true! The jar is empty! Oh my God! We're ruined. Christmas is canceled. No presents for anyone!
Don't worry, Homer. We'll just have to stretch your Christmas bonus even further this year.
Ah!
Homer?
Oh, yeah, my Christmas bonus. How silly of me. This'll be the best Christmas yet. The best any family ever had.
Then Homer walks outside and he looks at his house and looks at Flanders' house and he's very sad. Later on that night, Marge is asking Homer about the Christmas money, and he thinks about telling her the truth.
Let me be honest with you.
Yes?
Well, I want to do the Christmas shopping this year.
After that, Homer does his Christmas shopping, getting some wonderful items for his family.
Pantyhose, practical and alluring. A six-pack, only $4.99. Ooh, that's a paper. I bet Bart can think of a million things to do with these.
Then he bumps into Flanders and they drop their bags. And it's just another layer of jealousy and aggravation that Homer has, which will carry on throughout the entire series between him and Flanders. Homer goes to Moe's to drown his sorrows, and then his buddy Barney comes in and tells him about making money as Santa Claus. So Homer inquires about the job and he fills out an application.
Do you like children? What do you mean? All the time? Even when they're nuts?
Then Homer goes through rigorous Santa training. Homer goes home and he finds that Marge's sisters Patty and Selma are there. And when Homer tells them Merry Christmas, they tell him it doesn't look like Christmas around there and ask him where the tree is. Homer says he's going to get the tree right now. And by hook or by crook or any means necessary, Homer gets the tree.
Hey, you! What do you think you're doing?
Oh.
Hey, come back here!
When he gets back, he's questioned about the tree a little bit.
Why is there a birdhouse in it?
That's an ornament.
We cut back to Homer working his new Santa job, and Bart's friends put him up to pulling Santa's beard off. Once he does, Homer takes him off into Santa's workshop, and he tells Bart the truth of the situation. And Bart replies,
"I'll say, Dad, you must really love us to sink so low."
Then after many hours of work, Homer gets his paycheck, a whole $13. But his friend Barney tells him about a hot tip he's got at the dog track, and Bart encourages him to go. So they go to the dog track, and instead of listening to Barney, Homer hears an announcement about a late dog in the race called Santa's Little Helper, and he thinks it's a sign.
What a name! Santa's Little Helper? It's a sign. It's an omen.
It's a coincidence, Dad.
Of course, he puts all the money on Santa's Little Helper anyway. Meanwhile, back at the house, Patty and Selma trash Homer a little bit, and Lisa defends him.
So I hope you bear in mind that any knock at him is a knock at me, and I am far too young to defend myself against such onslaughts.
Go watch your cartoon show, dear.
But we're off to the races, and unfortunately, it doesn't quite work out. Homer and Bart are outside looking for a winning ticket out in the parking lot, and the dog trainer is yelling at Santa's Little Helper, and he runs right to Homer. Bart asks Homer if they can keep him. Of course, Homer really doesn't want to, but
He's a loser! He's pathetic! He's a Simpson.
so after they decide to keep the dog, Homer comes home to tell the family the truth. But once Bart reveals the dog,
A dog! All right, Dad!
God bless him.
So love at first sight is possible. And if he runs away, he'll be easy to catch.
Oh, this is the best gift of all, Homer.
It is?
Yes, something to share our love and frighten Prowler.
and so Christmas is saved. And that was The Simpsons roasting on an open fire. What do I think about it? For the first episode of a TV show that's been on 29 seasons, that's original air date was in 1989, this Christmas special still holds up. Some people are well off and they have wonderful Christmases. Some people are not so lucky. Sometimes things happen in real life. We don't always get that Christmas bonus. Sometimes we have emergencies. A lot of times there are people that lose the true meaning of Christmas and the spirit of the entire season. But this episode wraps those emotions and feelings up in a very tight little bow. Because at the end of the day, it's not about what you get or always what you can give, but sometimes just being there with your relatives, being around your family, and enjoying those little things that make those times special is all you really need for a Christmas. And I think the message of this episode is very strong, and I really believe that it encapsulates what the spirit of Christmas is all about. If you haven't seen The Simpsons in a long time, or you haven't really been a fan in a while, but you miss the old days, or you've just never seen this before because maybe you just watched some of the newer stuff, I would say go out of your way to watch this one. So I'm going to give The Simpsons roasting on an open fire 5 stars. So thank you guys for listening to the Derek Ruby Show. You can follow me on Facebook, Twitter, Twitch, and Instagram. And as always, have a good one, and Merry Christmas.
You wouldn't even say it.
Like a light bulb.
Bart!
Of the other reindeer. Used to laugh and call him names. Like Nagola.
Lisa!
They never let poor Rudolph join in a reindeer game. Like strip poker.
I'm warning you,
One
too.
foggy Christmas Eve, Santa came to say, "Take it, Homer!"
Rudolph, get your nose over here so you can guide my sleigh today.
Oh, Homer.
Then
And all the reindeer loved him, and they shouted out with glee, "Rudolph the red-nosed reindeer, you'll go down in history like Attila the Hun."
pantyhose, practical and alluring. A six-pack, only $4.99.